positive this is gonna work. Okay. Now, the next item is from a company called We Are Memory Keepers, and I think this is just a fantastic idea. You can use it for so many different things, from hanging a picture to doing, you know, if you're doing a board, to doing lettering even. It's a laser square, and this is what you're getting. You're getting the 2-piece laser square, and you're also getting the 2-piece mat under it as well, and the instruction sheet. Now, I wanna show you where, now on either side, there's a little on-off switch. I think you can get a shot of that. And then all you do is turn it on, and I'm gonna turn it on, and then when I do that, you see this laser that comes up? And I can also do it this way too, where I can turn it on here, and then a laser goes like this. Now I can go like this, and I can open, maybe I want it longer, and I can kind of adjust it. But I'm gonna turn this one off, and I'm gonna show you like an example of how this is gonna look good, and I'm actually gonna do it on this color paper. But when you, maybe I want to do the letters, and I'm going to do the letters like right about here, and I want to do some letters, but I'm not really sure if they're going to come out evenly. I'm kind of nervous about this, so what I do is I've got that across there, and I'm going to put them, and when I put my letters out, and I'm going to do these upside down and backwards because I'm doing it for you guys at home, I'm going to show you that I'm going to have them perfectly even. Now, if I didn't have that going right across there like that, if I didn't have that perfectly done, then I would be very, very nervous, and I would think, gosh, you know, I don't know, you know, if I'm doing it right, but I feel pretty confident about it. And I think what I'm nervous about is doing it upside down and backwards. Wouldn't that be embarrassing if I spelled something wrong? Okay, let me see, where's my next letter? So maybe you at home can guess what I'm doing here. Okay, let's do that. And then, oh, you know what? I want to do a different color with the, so when you're doing, it's really great for lettering, and I think I'm gonna move this over here because I want it to be kind of even. Yeah, I want to make it more even, symmetrical. But you see how the lines come up, and yeah, there it is. I think I'm gonna do this color at the end. And like this. Did I do it? But notice, see how they're all, now I'm gonna shut the light off and see when the level goes away. You see? I'm like, how did she do that right across that way, the way where it's perfect? And if I think, oh, I wanna move these closer, I can just move them closer like that. But notice, they're still gonna be perfect because I turned the light back on and I did that level. Let me just do it like this. How's that? No, I want it over here more. Okay, that's why I'm, okay, there you go. Ta-da! See how proud I am of myself. But again, it's level, and that's, you know, if you're doing some scrapbooking, you're doing lettering, and you want it to be like this, but there's so many different applications. Now, these go together like this. You see when I'm gonna pick this up, these can be separated, right, Kelly? Yes, she's nodding. So you can separate these. Do you wanna come out here and do that? You can separate these, and let's say you're putting something on the wall. You can separate them, and then put them together like this and slide them together, and then you can have the lights go up or go down, you know what I mean? So you can do it across, and if you're hanging something, you can make sure everything's level. All you're doing is turning the laser on, and you can see it on the table here, the laser, I don't know, there it is right there. You see that, the laser? Again, you see it, I'm turning it on and off. So you can, you know, it's like a level when you're putting hanging pictures, but this is taking that concept and putting it in crafting. Thank you so much. No, you just relax. You did a great job. And I'm not quite sure how she took it apart. Oh, there it is. Oh, it slides. Oh, see, that's pretty easy. And then it slides like right like this, back like here, right? Oh, there it is. Oh, very, very easy. Okay. And then you're also getting, of course, and this is, you're getting both pieces. So you're getting the mat that comes in 2 pieces. So you can put it down like this, and then you can put the level like here, and then you can do projects where if you're doing lettering or anything that you need to do it straight across, this can be anything from a science project that your kids have, because I remember my daughter when she'd do the science projects, the craftier the better, to get the good grades on the science projects. Or maybe you're doing holiday, you know, or a banner, or maybe you're painting. Maybe you're painting letters across, and you're, oh, how am I gonna do this? Or even putting up stencils where you want the laser to go across to tape the stencils and then paint on the inside. No matter what you're doing, it's kind of like that laser level on the go, but it's specifically made for crafting. And I like that when you turn on, there's two of them, there's two switches on and off. And we're doing 4 flex pay on this, really? $12.49, and don't forget our shipping special. Fill up your cart for $5 for the whole day.